Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 2 in a series between Lawliet and Lucifer. Lucifer spawning as the gray undead on the bottom right hand side of the map. Meanwhile, Lawliet has spawned as the yellow night elf over here on the top left of Ancient Isle. Good luck, have fun has been exchanged as we're looking at an Ancient of War being placed awfully close to this 533 creep camp. I'm assuming that he is not concerned about an incoming ghoul trying to disrupt and take down this Ancient of War and aggroing those creeps. 2-minute mark just coming underway as the Ancient of War now engaging against the Ogre Warrior here, and also going to be attacking the remaining units down here. We are going to be looking at once more at a solo Warden coming in from Lawliet, as Lawliet had found great success for it in game number 1. Now we are looking at a Death Knight once more coming in from game number 2. Lucifer now running out with this early Death Knight, hoping to shut down and perhaps stop some of the experience gain for that Warden. We saw how effective that Warden was when that Warden got to level 3 before the Death Knight got to level 2. Being unable to easily heal up your units is a complete disadvantage as the Death Knight now chases after this lone Archer and Warden. Alright, Archer now turning back around the other way. She should be able to head back off to the north. Meanwhile, the Warden going to be running straight up inside this base as the ghouls are now making their rounds out. Cargo, so to speak, as the Warden now trying to get into position. The ghouls playing beautiful defense though, making sure that the Warden is unable to get inside. A Wisp with detonation able to, well, get straight up on that location there, as we now see this Acolyte is going to fall. That's actually the worst possible thing that could happen for Lucifer, as we now see the Warden still trying to go after some of these remaining units. Is it going to go ahead and go after, well, there's a Dust of Appearance, and is it going to be able to get some damage down? The Warden now being forced to retreat away, but the Acolyte with enough hit points and the passive regeneration of the Blight should end up surviving and living to fight and mine another night. Warden very low on mana, does not have very much to show for all of that effort. Took a bit of cuts and bruises as the Death Knight now looks to clear a 544 creep camp at the Goblin Merchant and get to level 2. Gonna be plenty to get to level 2 there. Meanwhile, Lawliet doesn't have nearly as many options to creep here on Ancient Isle. You can see that he is sitting at 24/40 supply compared to 25/30, but the number of workers is the real main difference here, as the Death Knight gonna be picking up some more items. Skeletal minions now finishing off this Nullovers here. Death Knight now sitting at level 2. Meanwhile, Warden sitting at level 1. Forest Troll Berserker being used in order to, well, in order to take down this Red Drake here. Is it going to get taken down? Yes, it will. Warden now looking to finish off the Null Brute and the Null Warden. It is going to end up getting taken down here, as that Warden is extremely low on hit points. Needs to get away, and it looks like it will end up surviving with 80 hit points to go. Death Knight, however, with that long distance death coil, could easily take down some units, and there goes one unit already. Warden in a bit of trouble. The Scroll of Town Portal dodges that there. Beautifully done. Gets to level 3 as the Death Knight misses with that death coil. Warden now healing back up once more. Very nicely done. Warden now nearly at 375 mana, maximum mana. That Robe of Magi +6 really making a tremendous difference, as we're looking at the units now making their way still off to the north. Instead of having 315 mana, 375, and also increases the overall mana regeneration as the Shadow Strike does go down on the Death Knight. Death Knight is in serious trouble, needs to get away. Lawliet trying to run away as well. It looks as though the Death Knight, down to 3 hit points, gets taken down. The Warden doesn't get the experience, but it is going to resurrect off of the Ankh of Reincarnation. Back to live and fight another day, but the Warden has her sights on a bigger target, and that is a whole bunch of Acolytes just standing around minding their own business. Alright, nothing like winning a war by attacking someone who, well, really was not expecting it. There you go. This must be some sort of war crimes game, attacking innocent civilians back at home. just because you know that they're, well, supporting your troops in the front fields. All right, Warden most likely going to get arrested for war crimes in the foreseeable future, which, well, is never. Now, Ancient of Lore and Ancient of Wonders and dual Ancient of Lore is now coming into play. Let's take a look. Robe of Magi once again was dropped and picked back up, as the Ancient of War here is going to tank a lot of this damage once more. This Ancient of War has been in position for quite some time, and the Death Knight is going to come across this and steal a bit of that Warden's Thunder. All right, a little bit of experience lost right there. Abolish magic. Ghouls now trying to fight back. A lot of those ghouls should be able to finish off an archer or two, as the units now may need to turn back around. Staff of Teleportation. Shadow Strike on the Death Knight. Nope, not, well, it is there. Down to 40 hit points right now. Down to 40. Uses a potion of healing, and it looks like it will end up surviving another day. All right, Death Knight looks a little bit worse for wear, but still seems all right. Naga Sea Witch, however, does not look nearly as good. Are we going to see a potion of healing? Yes, we do. And the Naga Sea Witch lucking out there. Meanwhile, the Death Knight trying to get away. Are we going to see a Death Coil? Death Knight now trying to run away. Are we going to see the Shadow Strike go blink straight up in front? There is another Shadow Strike. And solo Warden causing so many problems, as the Warden now gets to level 4. All right. Going after some of these ghouls is a very, very, well, silly proposition for Lucifer at this point, as those ghouls are just so low on hit points, they can't hope to take anything down. Warden sitting at level 4 ignores a Tome of Intelligence, instead going to be going creeping here at the center green creep camp on Ancient Isle, looking to get ever so close to level 5. Now, what is the follow-up play? Death Knight getting resurrected. Lucifer in a bit of trouble, sitting at 33 over 40. Not quite sure what he can really do in order to get back into the swing of things. Meanwhile, back across over here, Warden, Forest Troll, Berserker making their way off to the north. Dryads are going to be in position and be ready to go here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Warden may use another Clarity Potion, and does in fact use another Clarity Potion again. Should drop the Robe of Magi for a second. No, using Rejuvenation instead to keep all of these still up and full. All right, Warden near, or pretty much gonna be at maximum mana for, well, not maximum mana, but be close to maximum mana. Is currently sitting at 330 and climbing, as we're now looking at, well, more and more creeping away from the primary Night Elf hero. Back down across over here. Black Citadel showing 38 over 50 supply compared to Lawliet's 42 over 50. Warden comes inside, straight inside the space, going straight after some of those units. And is it going to be able to catch up in front of that Acolyte again? No, it will not. But it, well, yes, it will, as Blink is a very powerful spell. It looks as though some units will get taken down, and one of those units, well, is right there. All right, down to dead, as the Warden now finishing off the last remaining few Acolytes. There goes another, and one more going to get taken out as well. The Warden needs to get out of this spot here in just a moment. Will it be able to land another Shadow Strike? No, the Death Knight is still right there. Death Coil could be incoming. No, teleports away in time once more. There is that rejuvenation. And, well, Lawliet takes game number 2. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.